Hey everyone, welcome back, and if you are new, hi, I'm Rebecca, and here I make motherhood and lifestyle videos. Today's video I actually filmed a couple months ago, but hey, better late than never. Here I show you what we had for dinner one week. So if you are stuck in a rut, like me a lot of times, then maybe you can get some dinner inspiration. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. The first recipe is chicken zucchini casserole. Now I cut this recipe in half, so if you want to make a whole 9x13, then just double this recipe, and I will also link all the recipes below. But I just took half a package of stuffing and 1/4 cup of melted butter and mixed that together. I reserved 1/4 cup of this mixture off to the side, and that will be for the topping. And then I diced up 2 medium zucchinis. I added that to the bowl along with half of a can of cream of chicken. And then I took a couple chicken breasts that I had cooked in the Instant Pot, and I chopped those up in little pieces. And then I added that to the bowl as well. And then I mixed everything up. And poured it all in a greased dish. And like I said, you could double this recipe and put it in a 9x13 pan. I sprinkled the rest of the stuffing mixture on top. I put it in the oven at 350 for about 40 minutes. Now if you make a big dish of this, you could put it in for 50 or 60 minutes, or until it looks cooked through and the top is golden brown. This casserole is so delicious, not gonna lie, I did go back for thirds, and my husband, who doesn't even really like zucchini, he ended up liking this casserole. Next is a super easy dinner. I decided to do air fryer salmon on this day. So I just lined my air fryer with some parchment paper, and then I placed my salmon on top of that. I drizzled some avocado oil on top, rubbed that in a little bit, and then I added some seasoning. This is a salt-free seasoning mixture that I got from Aldi. Sprinkled that on top, give it some good flavor. I popped it in my air fryer at 390 degrees for about 10 minutes, but I did end up cooking this a little bit longer, more like 15 to 20 minutes. It just depends on how thick of a slice of salmon you were eating. Also, my kids were being so cute, so I had to get a clip of them while I was making dinner. Michael was like, what is going on? Anyways, while the salmon was cooking, I chopped up some zucchini, and when the salmon was done, I was going to throw this zucchini in the air fryer as well. I chopped up some red potatoes and sweet potatoes. I was just using my air fryer for the whole meal this dinner. When the salmon was finished, it looked delicious and bubbling. And now I'm getting the zucchini ready for the air fryer, so just putting some avocado oil on that and some seasoning. And then I cooked this at 390 degrees as well for probably about anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes. I forget how long I cooked it. But the nice thing about an air fryer is you can pause it and check on it as needed. So I'm just finishing up cutting the French fries. Again, drizzling some avocado oil, adding some seasoning. To be honest, I prefer salt as a seasoning and pepper for the French fries, but it was a nice little change trying this seasoning. And while the potato fries were cooking, we went ahead and ate our delicious salmon. This whole meal is super easy, so if you need to throw something together last minute, this is a great meal for that, and it's also pretty healthy. Next, we are going to cook up some delicious chicken in the crock pot. We are making barbecue chicken stuffed sweet potatoes. So I'm just lining my crock pot with a liner. This makes cleanup super quick and easy. And then I'm just adding a couple chicken breasts and a whole bottle of zesty Italian dressing. And then I used a mixture of barbecue sauces that I had on hand. So Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce and a honey barbecue sauce. So I used 2 cups, and then I cooked this on low for about 6 hours. So in the evening when I was getting dinner ready, I just pierced some sweet potatoes with a fork and smothered them in olive oil. And then of course you have to add some salt and pepper. And I popped these in the air fryer. And while the potatoes were cooking, I went ahead and shredded my chicken with this kitchen utensil. And as long as you have cooked your chicken long enough, it shreds super easily this way. And halfway through cooking the potatoes, I flipped them. And once they were done, I cut a slit down the middle and then tried to kind of push the sweet potatoes to the side so that I had room to stuff them with the delicious barbecue chicken. After stuffing them with that goodness, I sprinkled some cheese on top and made a salad with this bacon Caesar salad kit, which came with some smashed croutons, some bacon pieces, Parmesan cheese, and a really yummy Caesar dressing. This was the perfect side for this dish. Next, I'm going to show you a delicious vegetable soup. So first, I just chopped up an onion, and then I added that to a pot with some olive oil and let that saute while I was cutting up some carrots. The recipe calls for 1 carrot sliced, but I just had baby carrots, so I just kind of estimated and just cut up quite a few of them. I added those to the pot as well to saute and get soft. And of course, my little helper had to help me.
Are you cooking?
Yes.
And next, the recipe calls for 4 large potatoes cubed. I just had some red potatoes, so I cut up about 5 of those. Next, I added approximately 3 garlic cloves. And I let my little helper stir that around. Yes, she knows this is very hot, and I am right there with her. But basically, you just saute until fragrant, and then add about 32 ounces of chicken broth. I like to use the low sodium chicken broth, and a cup of water. I was so proud of little Ellie. Look at her. She just loves to stir that. Seeing her little faces cracks me up. Then we added the potatoes. Give that a little stir and then let that simmer for about 10 minutes or until the potatoes are cooked through. And as you can see, every time that I had control over the spoon, Ellie really wanted to stir. She was just the queen of stirring on this day. So once the potatoes were done, I added the broccoli and a can of sweet corn that was drained and a can of Great Northern beans that was drained and rinsed. This recipe does call for bacon, and that would add amazing flavor, but I was just trying to do a meatless dish but with some protein. So I gave that a good stir and then let that simmer. So I just added to a bowl 2 cups of whole milk, 3 tablespoons of flour, and a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and then I whisked all that together. Then I added this mixture to the pot. And then as I was stirring, I realized how big the broccoli pieces were, and it's kind of hard to cut when it's all frozen. So I just took the broccoli out, gave it a quick chop, and then I put it back into the soup. Last but not least, I added a 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. Now this would be best if you could shred your own cheddar cheese, but on this day I just had this on hand. This paired perfectly with some grilled cheese, and my oh my, this soup hit the spot. It was so creamy and delicious. Next, I made some burrito bowls. I decided to use ground turkey instead of ground chicken or beef. And no, I did not thaw it the night before, so here I am putting a cup of water in my Instant Pot and popping my ground turkey in there on the trivet and cooking that on high pressure for about 5 minutes to thaw it. And yes, I have my little helper again, so we're just adding some olive oil to the pan with a clove of minced garlic, and then about 4 cups of frozen cauliflower rice. I just had a frozen bag on hand. And then I also added 1/4 cup of chopped green onions. And while that was cooking, I got the ground turkey out of the Instant Pot and emptied the water out of that. Added some olive oil, put the turkey back in, broke it up, and finished cooking it. And then I followed the directions on the taco seasoning packet and made taco meat. I also drained and rinsed some canned black beans. Once the cauliflower rice was done cooking, I added that to a bowl, and the black beans to another bowl, a can of corn that was drained, and then my turkey taco meat I added to another container. I had some cherry tomatoes, so I chopped those up, and now we are ready to assemble the burrito bowls. And then just drizzle some salsa. I also like to put about half of an avocado on top and stir it all up, and these bowls are delicious. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this inspired you to make some home-cooked meals. Also, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.